Welcome to Withdraw Consent. I'm Jack. This is Victor. Today we're talking about TikTok and the banning of TikTok. But first, I want to ask you, what is your opinion on TikTok as of the effects of the American people?
Yeah, I think it's terrible. It's ultimately the content is no different than stupid stuff on YouTube. It's just that delivery system of you just swipe, and you're just like in zombie mode. And I mean, I've known people that's what they do before they go to sleep. They sit in their bed for an hour or two and just, it's not helping your life. It's doing nothing. Literally just going to sleep would be better for you.
Right.
Than that.
And so what do you think about the idea of the United States government banning them?
I mean, if I was Supreme Leader, I would ban it from my country. So
why would you ban it?
Because for the benefit of my people.
Okay. Oh, for a moral reason. Okay. But what do you think about this government banning it, though?
Less on board with that because it's freedom, and that's so important.
Okay, so there's 160 million U.S. users.
Wow.
There's like ridiculously high percentages of people get all their news from TikTok because there is news on there, right?
Okay.
And so basically, the United States had kicked it around for like 4 years of banning it. Right? But the reason they said they wanted to ban it was because of security issues. Okay. Because they were stealing your data, right? I've never downloaded a TikTok on my phone, the app. You know?
Yeah, of course.
And so I thought about it and I thought, wow, it's terrible, right? And they're stealing our data. So I'm down with the ban.
But it's also like TikTok in China, from what I've heard, that's all stuff to make you a better person. And when you're in the US, they send you pointless, stupid stuff. Right. Like it's literally been weaponized against the people.
So it got banned, right?
In the House, right?
No, it's done.
Oh.
They got 270 days to divest from any foreign holding, so that it's going to be a US based company. Right?
Okay.
It has to become a U.S. based company with the algorithm in the United States for it to, or else it gets banned at the end of the 270 days.
Oh, huh.
Right? It's physically impossible for them to divest in that amount of time. It's physically impossible. Okay. Right? So it is a ban that's going to take place after 270 days. And the reason why they banned it is because they found out, the United States government, that for every one pro-Israel video, there was 10 pro-Palestine videos.
Wow.
Right? Do you remember that quote where it said, it was Nikki Haley, I think, and she said, every 30 minutes somebody sends on TikTok that gets 7% more anti-Semitic or 17% more anti-Semitic.
Oh, wow.
So you can count out, it's like 4.5 hours, I'm 100% anti-Semitic.
Oh, okay.
Like just complete nonsense that they're saying, right?
Okay.
And so basically, it's being banned for Israel.
So that's why I was going to ask you, I wonder why they aren't banning YouTube Shorts. It's because they probably don't let that stuff on YouTube.
Because they can't control TikTok.
Right.
Right?
Interesting.
And so all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I was wrong about this issue. Don't ban it, right? Because it's an alternative view. Sure, there's the dancing nurses that are infuriating, as they're also doing, every human being on the planet is dying right now. And they're just dancing. Right. Of course they weren't dying, but
Yeah.
So anyways, I realized this when I watched this really good episode of System Update by Glenn Greenwald, with parentheses around his name, right? Okay. And I'm going to link it below. If you want more information, it's really good. But I'm just going to give you the part that blew my mind. And so they banned it for security reasons because of our data. Let me tell you why that's completely false. Okay? Because TikTok has now sued United States government, right, for violating their constitutional whatever, and you just look at this lawsuit and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm such a moron. They're so correct. Watch this. I'm just going to read you quotes, okay? I'm going to pop up on the screen too. This is from the lawsuit. As part of this engagement, petitioners have voluntarily invested more than $2 billion to build a system of technological and governance protections, sometimes referred to as Project Texas, to help safeguard U.S. user data and the integrity of the U.S. TikTok platform against foreign government influence. That's at 9 minutes and 25 seconds below. It goes on, quote, petitioners have also made extraordinary additional commitments in a 90-page draft national security agreement developed through negotiations with the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, the CFIUS, including agreeing to a shutdown option that would give the government of the United States the authority to suspend TikTok in the United States if petitioners violate certain obligations under the agreement, right? TikTok has already unveiled several measures aimed at appeasing the U.S. government, including an agreement for Oracle Core to store the data of the app's users in the United States Data Security Division, the USDS, to oversee data protection and content moderation decisions.
Okay.
So they've already said, we'll do all the things you want for data security, because why? They just want the profit. This is a for-profit company, and they're making massive amounts of profit. They are the thing right now.
Okay.
And they want the profit. It's, there's these Singapore, it's not coming out of Beijing. It's these Singapore Chinese people,
okay,
who are running this fantastically successful company for profit. And they're trying to secure everybody's data, whatever you need, America, whatever you need. But it's banned for Israel. It's banned. Okay. Forget the Israel stuff, right? Do you remember the story about Osama bin Laden's letter coming out?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he wrote a letter to America, right?
Okay.
And he said, here's all the reasons why I'm against America. Support of Israel, American troops in Saudi Arabia. The Holy Land. He just ran down the reasons. And nobody cared about Osama bin Laden's letter. He's dead, gone, maybe. I don't know the story on that one, actually. And all of a sudden it came out on TikTok. One person read it and said, I didn't know. Everybody started just reading the same letter on TikTok because that's what they do, because they're morons, right? No offense. Yeah, basically. And then it became a thing where Osama bin Laden's letter to America came out because of TikTok.
Wow.
Now I look at the dancing nurses and I'm like, I'll keep the dancing nurses if I get the, It's interesting perspective. You need to know this information. And so we've got one news place in the world where stuff that the U.S. government doesn't like is promoted. I'm not pro TikTok after this. I'm just saying I see value now.
And it has the possibility of hitting so many people because it's so popular. Osama bin Laden. Well,
right.
Bin Laden.
I know. I've been having problems with too. And then like Glenn Greenwald points out, like right after the war started, they banned RT, the Russian state news channel.
Oh, right.
But it's like, do you want the other perspective?
You do.
No, you can't hear Putin speak. You know what I mean? You cannot hear unless Tucker Carlson talks to him. No, I kind of want to hear him speak.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is something I was terribly wrong about.
Okay. Yeah, I feel myself walking back a little bit on this.
Yeah. And Glenn Greenwald below, he makes now this is a Jewish guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he's Jewish. Okay. Looks like a gay white guy to me.
I mean, most Jewish people are white people anyway, so.
Yeah, 85% of the world, Ashkenazi. Okay,
yeah.
So anyways, whatever. But he's Jewish, and then he's pointing out that it's the Israel thing.
Okay.
So he's doing actual reporting. It's worth watching if you're interested. And I just thought, man, we got all these defenses in place that we've created while we make this channel, where we're always distrust, always suspect. There's a shooting. What's the angle on that?
Right. So we didn't do it with TikTok.
I was going with the TikTok ban. Moron. Government censorship. Because they said there's a threat to your security. And I believe that. I went for that just because I'm morally opposed to dancing nurses or 2 hours in your bed before. It's amazing.
You're so right. Because this originally came up under Trump. Was the ban of the TikTok, and it never happened. I said, oh, that's odd.
And his position on this right now is don't ban it before I become president so I can ban it once I'm president. That's his position. No, I can cut a better deal in negotiations with China and stuff.
Yeah,
he's saying,
because
I love Israel. I love Israel.
I know. But also, it could be like he could have actually got a better deal with China, maybe.
Okay.
Through negotiation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. As much as I try to question everything, I still don't. That's amazing. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm honest with you.
And morons in bed going for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I like a cute cat video doing something, but I'm not gonna spend all day doing it.
I'll see another and another.
Yeah, but like if you want to do that, I think you can go on YouTube and just swipe up.
Yeah, in the shorts area, it does the same thing.
Yeah, so
I've gotten into that twice. And I was like, wow, 20 minutes is gone.
Okay.
And I literally will never click on the shorts thing because it just you don't even realize it's happening.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I've never swiped up.
Oh, okay.
Somebody told me, hey, you could do that, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've never done that. But I will click on one if it's somebody I'm interested in.
Oh, okay.
That I've learned my lesson not to look at some of them because they're stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought this was interesting, kind of like a deprogramming media video. And
yeah, I mean, it's deprogramming me still. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think? I mean, like, did you always?
Did you know the thing?
Did you catch on to this way before we did?
Years ago?
Yeah. Oh, pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if someone knew this years ago, like during the Trump era, if you understood the real reason or why it never happened. Yeah, man, really good.
And what triggered them to do it now?
Well, because they're genociding people. You can't let that out.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, hopefully you learned something. I know I sure did. And I'm going to try to be a better person because of it. And I'll see you next time.